Genji 2 is an action game which is based on Japanese history. Being based on history, the stages of the game will also be based on famous battles which actually took place in ancient Japan. So here's this giant enemy crab.
You know what? I'm going to ask this question to you guys, because I asked my coworkers the other day just to see what they thought. If you could like wake up one day as any superhero, so like step into their shoes, who would you choose and who wouldn't you want to be?
I know I wouldn't want to be that one X-Men whose only power is to self-detonate once. That guy's power sucks.
Chaozu, you just be Chaozu.
Doesn't Chaozu come back?
Yeah, from the Dragon Balls.
Okay, yeah, no, this is the X-Men guy who just...
There aren't Dragon Balls in this scenario, remember that.
That's funny.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Do I wake up in their world or my world?
Oh yeah, like you would be them. You'd wake up in their world.
I wanna be me. I
Are
don't
you
want to be somebody
superhero?
else. To my kids.
Well, too bad.
My
They
wife
don't
thinks
count.
I'm pretty strong.
You don't count. Who would you want to be?
I mean, in a world where there's other superheroes and everybody's constantly fighting all the time, you'd probably want to be like one of the strongest, right?
Sure, maybe.
Like, but I don't have much else. Like, they all seem to live pretty rough lives too. Like, I don't.
The publicity part of it is something I'm not interested in.
Well, it's funny because I asked one of my coworkers, and she said she'd want to be Spider-Man. And I was like,
why?
There's no way you just chose Spider-Man of all people to become. Because he's like
have plot armor.
He's like my favorite superhero. The problem with being Spider-Man is his life is like really rough.
He's
like,
suffering, the character.
Yeah.
Just from the outside, I can see it.
Oh my God. And it's funny because like when he was written, he started out as like, that was his like thing. Was he supposed to be a superhero with like real world problems so he could be someone you could relate to? And then over the years, the writers have just been like amping up. We gotta push it higher, make him suffer more to the point where it's like absurd now. Just like constantly. Like if you ever read Superior Spider-Man or anything, him getting like literally cucked by Doc Ock is like wild. I'm not even joking.
Yep,
like at one
that's
point,
exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah, he brags to Spider-Man how much he's been banging MJ and how much better of a Spider-Man he is. Well, he's just like stuck in I think it's Osborn's body, and he's like can't do anything because he's like crippled. It's terrible.
It's funny because I've heard you say before that Spider-Man's your favorite, and I'm always here like, why? His life sucks. All his girlfriends die. His uncle died. He's always getting his ass beat.
When you wake up as Uncle Ben, that's your level.
Oh no! I have one line.
Break the timeline. Break the canon event.
No, I've always liked Spider-Man. But that's a separate thing. Who would you want to be?
Like I said, like you got to pick. Like I think about things logically, and I would be like, all right, who's nigh indestructible, has broken powers, and has fun? Because I don't want to be like Ghost Rider. He's like super strong, but he also looks like he has a pretty bad time all the time. Like Lobo or Deadpool, they're pretty beefy and they seem like they're always having fun, right?
Deadpool has mega cancer?
Yeah, but he lives forever with mega cancer.
That sounds worse.
Awful.
That sounds worse than not living forever with mega
He
cancer.
seems fine. In the movies, he's just kind of Freddy Krueger. Like, that's it. So Lobo then, I guess.
I was gonna say, doesn't he like have to live in an apartment with like the old blind lady? And he
doesn't have to. He does because they're best friends.
His wife like leave him too.
Yeah.
All right, so Lobo then. Lobo. That's pretty good.
I guess Lobo.
But he likes dolphins.
What about
and
you,
shit.
Strider?
I have no idea. I'm not very big on superheroes in the first place.
Oh, come on. With all the superheroes out there that you know, at least, like, there's not one you'd be like, that'd be pretty cool to be.
No,
What
because
about
all of them
animes?
fucking just have a bad time.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're like superheroes, but they're from Japan.
Wait, I missed what he said because I was talking.
Anime. Like, anime, I guess anime characters count as superheroes, right?
I felt like that would be against the
can.
spirit.
Yeah. Because, like, superheroes are from comics over here. In Japan, comics are manga, so they're just superheroes, right? Can't tell me Goku's not a superhero.
He has endangered the universe repeatedly.
Yeah. There was a whole story arc where he said, maybe I shouldn't come back to life because whenever I'm alive, things just go really bad.
Fuck, he is a superhero.
That was a whole thing. Well, for me, I would pick, which feels weird, but at the same time, like, Batman wouldn't be that, like, wouldn't be a terrible option, at least to me.
When does he sleep?
Dude, he's Batman. He doesn't need to sleep.
He does. He's a guy. He just has money. You might if you're gonna be Batman, you might as well be Tony Stark instead. His life is the same but better.
That's true, but I just like DC Universe better than Marvel.
Oh my god!
Like, I like Spider-Man, but the actual DC Universe I prefer over Marvel.
I mean, I gotta be real. Like, Batman gets punched in the face at least once a night. Like, I don't know if I'm that.
That's true. I don't know.
I don't like being shot at. I don't like falling off of buildings. I don't like banging my boss's daughter or something. Whatever happened in that one movie that was a little weird because he was way older than that girl.
I'm trying to remember what you're talking about, actually.
In the Killing Joke, he sleeps with Batgirl.
Oh,
in the beginning.
yeah. I forgot about that. Because that kind of just happens.
It just happens.
It's
and just
really
like, oh, she was
weird.
obsessed
I
with
have
him.
an answer, but I also might be misremembering something because it also might be cheating. Being either of the characters from either the main character from 1 or 2 of Prototype.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
I never played 2, but I played the first one.
Because just immediately shapeshifted to someone else and you'll just be left alone to a certain degree if you want to.
That's not a bad answer. And actually, it's funny because I think Prototype is like one of the best superhero games on Steam, like rating wise. It's kind of funny. Gonna continue.
Yeah, because shapeshifting, like super speed, just impressive physical stats. The power itself evolves, right?
Yeah.
So there's
He's
a
near
lot.
immortal too. So.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do with it. Like, I think the only thing that actually eventually kills him is another user of it. Although it's been a long time, so I don't remember the nitty gritty details. So I'm not remembering if there's something I'm forgetting.
I think the only thing I can kill is he's like actually like completely incinerated, which is already difficult.
The
to
nuclear
do.
weapon, I think, that's deployed at the end of 1. I think on the aircraft carrier.
I think he still lives.
Yeah, he lives because he's the final boss of 2.
Yeah, he lives through that, which is still wild.
But I think the nuke only goes off and like hits him if you lose the fight, or it takes too long, maybe.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I find it weird that none of us picked like Superman, who is like, he seems like he has the easiest time doing whatever he wants.
I ain't messing with the pink kryptonite, all right? The pink kryptonite's too strong. Oh, dude.
The problem with picking Superman for me is I get lore checked by something.
You don't know about the pink kryptonite? Really?
Now, here's the same question, but is there a video game character you would want to be and video game character you would want to avoid being?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I probably don't want to be any of the horror games. They have a really bad time.
Just off the top of my head, just from like the recent games I played, I would totally be like a hunter from Monster Hunter. Like, that just seems like so much fun.
No,
that just seems like so much fun because they're like invincible as hell. Like they don't die.
There's literally only one thing that technically kills you outright in that series.
Yeah.
And it's White Fatalis' Incineration Rain Frontier, where it just kills you outright. Like, you don't guard.
Other than that, you can just tank everything. You jump off a mountain and just,
No falling
stumble
damage.
a little bit at the end. Like and all the food looks amazing. Everyone's super nice. There's cool cats doing stuff all the time. It just looks like a
There's
fun
giant
time.
monsters.
Yeah, they get to kill with my giant sword. Hell yeah.
I'll ride them if you want to go the rider route.
That just seems like a lot of fun. Totally would be a Monster Hunter for Monster Hunter.
I might actually prefer to be a writer from the stories series.
Or, yep, that would work too. What about you, Fliz?
I don't want to be in a video game. You die in them all.
Not if you're
Not all
good.
of them.
Like a bunch of times.
Maybe the ones you play.
Yeah. I don't know. And I play a lot of horror games too, so there's like not. I'll be Potemkin. He seems pretty cool.
God, could you imagine trying to move? Like waking up in his body and trying to adjust the movement of like your weight distribution.
Movement.
Just wake up and shoot through the ceiling. Well, he's got all the
Wake up, roll out of bed, end up in a different postal code.
or Slayer. He seems like he's got a cool life.
That would be a ton of
I
fun.
don't know the lore of Guilty Gear. But again, you're just getting punched in the face like every day.
If you're weak,
And that's
yeah.
not really
But
fun
it's
for me.
Slayer. He's like one of the strongest characters. He's like probably the number of people that can contend with you in that universe. It's like can be counted on one hand.
But like every day I wake up and I'm not really worried about getting hit in the face. And that's pretty
But
cool.
also you're fucking like a mortal vampire. You can just fuck off and no one's gonna chase you.
I don't want to get hit in the face. It hurts.
I mean, also the reason that kind of happens to him is because he likes fighting. Like if you don't like fighting, it's probably not that hard to stay away from it when you're that fucking strong.
Potemkin doesn't like fighting.
It's true. He doesn't.
I mean, he still gets hit in the face all the time. At least I do.
mean, lore-wise, he did his revolution and then just kind of has like one or two scenes after that. He doesn't do much story-wise in newer games.
Okay.
Very chill.
I'll be Potemkin.
Jacob waking up as an Imperial Guard.
Ah, fuck. My life expectancy is measured in seconds.
You're not expected to live at all.
It's a fucking time loop story, too. I'm just
Oh, no.
extra... fucking... What are they? Eternals?
I think so. I think they're called Eternals. I don't know. They've changed it a couple.
I know.
think the name has stayed the same, but like the lore about them has changed.
It changed a
couple
few times. Like the one where
Yeah.
you remember everything, you just keep waking up in guards. It's like, why can't it be anyone important?
Speaking of something important, I don't know if we were. You just said the word important. Welcome to episode 76 of the Giant Enemy Crab Podcast.
Hey!
Hey, we've made it. I am one of your hosts, Fliz. I am joined by my two wonderful co-hosts, Kylaremiya
Hello.
and Strider.
And your readings.
And I want to say first off, thank you so much for taking a listen and checking us out. And if you'd be so kind as to leave a nice little reward, 5 stars or something on one of our things, we'd really appreciate it. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you for those that do. Super swell. Today, even though we haven't talked about video games up until now, really, we're going to talk about video games.
Woo!
Real quick, I finally finished Worm. So that episode where we talk about that for probably 3 hours is going to happen sooner or later.
Oh God.
You excited, Kyler?
I am excited and nervous about it as well.
Why are you nervous?
It's going to be a long day.
Oh, that's true. We could probably split it up into 2 parts if it becomes too long.
It's going to be a lot. I'm hyped,
I'm
though.
worried about the parahuman community getting mad at our shit takes.
Oh, that's
if
totally
if
gonna
anybody
happen.
listens to it.
That's totally
Yeah.
gonna happen. But that's okay.
That's okay. What y'all been playing this week? Strider, what you got going on? I ain't seen you in a hot minute doing much besides some Nightreign, which we'll talk about in a bit.
I've been basically playing 3 things. I'm playing through Modpack for Terraria with some people. I'm playing NightReign, and then I also started Octopath Traveler 0.
Ooh.
Is Zero? What is Zero? Because I saw 2 came out. I don't know what Zero is.
So 0 is an expanded re-release of sorts of the mobile game. It's like the entire mobile game story. They've added more to it. They've revamped how the game works. They rewrote the story a bit to include like your protagonist character. because in the original mobile game, there's no like central character. Because unlike the other two Octopath Travelers, instead of being focused on your protagonist, it's villain focus, where it's basically focus because. And I think like they're doing the same thing where, you know, in 1 and 2, the character names to get all 8 of them start when you take the starting letter spell at Octopath, and they're doing the same thing for villains. So like the villains are supposed to be the central piece here. And it's interesting so far, but some of the writing is a little over the top.
Why?
In what way?
Cause there's like very beginning of the game, like 30 minutes in, when the like end of the prologue is your village gets attacked because one of the antagonists is looking for the plot MacGuffin, these rings, and so he just starts killing people and burning the place down, and then just basically tells them to give him the ring or else. And so everyone flees, right? And one of his men catches up with you, and he's like, "I just love killing kids. I've killed 13 kids. The way that's blood, like the screams they make are different." And it's like the most over the top delivery. This guy has like 2 lines. He doesn't even have a name. He's literally like Scarlet Flame Corporal. He's just literally like, his first line is, "I killed 13 kids. I just love the way it feels when you cut them." It's like something like that. And it's like, Jesus Christ, it's so over the top.
Do you think he's a bad guy?
He dies right then and there, so it doesn't matter. But he's literally the kid killer.
So is Octopath, does that play like a traditional JRPG?
Traditional, like
I've
older
never actually
Final.
seen gameplay.
Yes, it's an older turn-based, like traditional JRPG.
I think I might like that. I never was a big fan of like the character swapping stuff. I don't know why. Like, what's the famous one where you're constantly swapping characters? The Chrono Cross, Chrono Gear. What is it? Chrono Trigger. Both of those.
Like in terms of like swapping perspective, or
like just more than like 4 or 5 party members. I'm kind of tapped out after that.
Oh, too many party members to manage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like working on my core 3.
Yeah.
And then like my backup 3 who can just eat shit until I absolutely need to use
the way
them.
Octopath Traveler 0 works is because there's more than, you basically make a party of 4 frontliners and then 4 reserve members. And then the other characters that you would eventually get are just kind of left to the wayside. Like you choose who you want.
Okay.
Because the thing is that unlike in previous Octopath Travelers games, everyone kind of has a role. And even like you'll get multiple warriors, but the way they work is different, either through their 2 weapons they have and skills. So they'll fill different like roles in your party. But unlike the previous Octopath Travelers, where you basically just tried to make through primary and secondary jobs like completely well-rounded teams. They can do everything. You basically have your characters decide to do specific roles in a more traditional RPG setting, which is something I usually prefer in RPGs, is having like defined characters.
Okay.
And your protagonist can basically do anything.
I think Tactics is kind of like that with the job system.
I have not played Tactics.
I could be.
So.
Oh, you should check it out. I remember it being really good. I keep putting it on my phone and then never touching it. I played through like 3/4 of it and then just put it down and didn't pick it up again, and I'm like hesitant to get back in, but I remember liking it a lot.
And the other thing with this game is it's also really long, from what I understand, because it's the entire mobile game story, like because they originally had like the first parts and then they continued the story as it came out, right? Is all of that is in there at the start plus more. Because I was like trying to listen to some of the soundtrack the other day, because I was just trying to figure out like if people have uploaded it yet, and I literally got recommended like Octopath Traveler 0 like part 130, and it's like an hour long. And then I was like, are all these videos long? Yeah, it's like a fucking 120-hour game if you go through.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Because it's literally like 4-year mobile game. Like all at once. So it's like multiple games in one.
Is it good though? I mean, you sound like you like it.
I'm enjoying it so far.
Cool. Speaking of enjoying games, I know you want to talk a little bit about Dispatch, which
Ooh.
I keep seeing things for that I hear is excellent. And I even saw the clip where the guy cocks his arms like Tom Cruise counterpart.
Yep, I saw it. I remember seeing that punch up. Oh my gosh.
And I think isn't his special move where he just punches people in the nuts? That's his whole like
yeah, he just punches people in the balls. That's
right,
his thing.
I'm just shocked that like it people really seem to like that. The writing is just superb, apparently.
What's really impressive is the writing's really good and the dialogue is super enjoyable. Like throughout the whole thing. I only played through it the one time, so I got only the one ending, but it's enjoyable throughout the entire thing. It's really well done. The only thing about it is at the end, the actual like plot kind of it gets a little screwy a little bit. Like if you think about it, it doesn't really. There's a couple problems, but other than that, like the game is really fun. And I remember the first time we talked about this when just the first 2 episodes were out was I was really hoping I'd have more of like the actual gameplay, which is like where you're sending out the heroes and trying to do stuff. And there is a lot more. So,
oh, good.
Yeah. And it gets a lot more enjoyable. It gets a lot harder and you start unlocking new abilities and new heroes. And eventually they just start like making some unavailable to you sometimes to just make it more difficult. And
oh, wow.
The choices you make in the story can also affect the shifts that you take as well. So it's super good. I'm curious for you to play it, Fliz. I really kind of want you to. I don't know if they're your type of game, but I think you would enjoy it.
I like stories, and I've played more visual novels than the average person.
Yeah.
Which I never thought I would say. Because I don't even like comic books. I'll read a book, but I don't know about some are they're just I don't know. The
thing with
if it ever goes on like hyper sale, maybe.
Yeah. I'm really curious if they're gonna do DLC because like at the end, the very last episode, you make more decisions and it still props up with those prompts that like such and such will remember this, like those kind of things, even though it's the last episode. So I'm hoping that there's more as time goes on, more episodes, or maybe they'll do a sequel, but I think they'll probably do DLC instead because this is like really good. I was really surprised at how well done this is.
Was there like a big hype moment for you? I wouldn't know what it is, but as somebody else has played and is listening, I'm sure you guys can touch on the same point. There's got to be some super hype moment in there.
There sort of is. The final fight that you have is kind of it can feel a little wonky because like you're fighting for so long and it feels like nothing is happening. And also the ending that I did, there's like I don't want to spoil anything at the same time we're talking about this. There's a fight that has been like sort of teased for a while that you're trying to resolve. And eventually you do like this final battle with that person, and who they actually are. It also depends on your choices too. The one that I got was super disappointing. I was like, oh, that's how we beat them. And that's how this ends. That's kind of lame. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but everything else, honestly, it's just really good. Like I'm tempted to play through it again, but it takes a while. So I'm not sure if I will. It took me like a solid 8 hours to get through the whole thing. So,
I mean, endings are hard. And I hit you up right after I finished Worm and I was like, I know people give Endgame like a lot of shit for being like cheesy or, having moments that are kind of lame but like it's so hard to end a giant series in a way that makes people remember it. Cause like I'm thinking of Game of Thrones. I'm thinking of Stephen King's The Dark Tower series, which did I tell you how that series ends?
No.
Well, let me spoil it for you real quick.
Well, okay. Here, Flitz, you do remember them, right? So they were memorable, just not in the way you wanted.
So you go through this giant book. There's like 6 or 7 books in the series, and it's really good. It's this wasteland with gunslingers and monsters and robots and cannibals, and it's really well written, except for one book, which is the Song of Susanna King. Is like the most boring thing I've ever seen. I hated that. It was a prologue, and I hate prologues. And you get to the end and you're like, there's like all this climax and buildup. And then Stephen King puts his own chapter in there that goes, hey, fellow readers, I know that no matter what I write, you're not really going to like it. So, I'm just kind of, if you want to choose to end it right here and not worry about it, that's fine. And I was like, this is in like the final production. This isn't a director's cut. Like, this is just the next chapter in the book. And then I'm going to spoil it. If anybody wants to read The Dark Tower, I'd still highly suggest it. It's like fantastic. Don't watch the movie. That doesn't exist to me. And then you get to the final chapter, big spoilers, so cut it out if you don't want it. But like, it turns into and then time started over and the whole book series starts over again. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Nobody liked that.
Oh,
that was the worst thing. He put the loop in there. Yeah. And so I can see how like, even I've been more forgiving about endings. It's hard. It's hard.
It's way easier to come up with a premise and like the story and how the premise like kind of unfolds than to, find a satisfying way of where it ends up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The ending for this dispatch is honestly, it's pretty good. I definitely was not unsatisfied by the ending. The problem I have with it is there's a couple like, I don't know if you'd consider them plot holes. It's just like there's a couple things that don't really make sense. Like it's that thing where you have an enemy that is supposed to be really, really intelligent, and really smart. And then they just do something that they shouldn't be doing because it's really dumb.
Like put on a crazy monologue in the middle of a hyper tense situation that gets them killed. That kind of nonsense.
Yeah, sort of. Like in that same like vein, that's not what happens, but it's just something that like no real person would ever do because this thwarts everything that you're trying to accomplish. Especially because the main villain to Dispatch, which you meet them pretty much immediately. That is their whole thing, is that they are extremely intelligent and they are a mastermind and they are so smart that they can literally predict what you're about to do. That's why they're so dangerous, because you can't outwit them. Like they just know exactly what you're going to do before you know it. So yeah, that was the only thing with the ending that kind of bugged me.
It's the coil problem.
Yeah, it's the coil problem.
Oh, you're the smartest guy. You're just going to walk away from this and hope the underlings can handle it. All right. I see how smart you are. Cool. Well, I've never heard anybody say one bad thing about Dispatch, so maybe I'll give it a try. What else do we have today? What did we all just play? We all got into. What's up?
Just the fact that you can't remember, and it's been like 2 hours.
I thought you were giving me shit for a terrible transition. I thought you were coming down on me for my horrible transition. I'm just trying to move things along,
I'm just laughing at you forgetting what it's called.
To be fair, the name isn't super appealing. It's not gonna woo any people. Spellcasters Chronicles.
I mean, there's Spellcasters and there's probably Chronicles.
Define the Chronicle for me. Where's the Chronicle?
The Chronicles was the 3-game streak where you went from getting your ass beat to baby winning.
Yeah, technically that is a Chronicle. Yeah, we got into the beta. We talked about it a while back for Spellcasters Chronicles.
Ooh, drama
on Steam. It's very dramatic. I'm just looking at like the Steam page when you like have it in your library. The splash page is like almost too colorful. Like we're doing a bit much here.
Yeah.
It's basically, if you've played League, it's League except 3 people per team and everybody is a beefed up Malzahar and you're just all kind of, I mean, if you wanted to be a necromancer, like this is kind of that.
It's like an RTS game,
a little bit.
If you are the camera and you can throw spells at people, like that's kind of what it is.
And you basically put your minions down wherever, and then you assist your minions or fight the other casters, and you fly around. And what did y'all think so far? Strider, what were your thoughts?
I don't have.
You watched the whole thing.
I was gonna say.
You checked it out.
I was gonna say. It definitely looks entertaining. At least it's the comeback mechanic causes matches to be very swingy, because you've gone from either almost losing to winning to back to losing, or the vice versa, the other order. It's usually the games swing twice, where it's as soon as the first team gets their Titans, the other team just gets stomped in the dirt, and if they manage to hold out, they spawn Titans back, and it's just clean sweeps.
Not only that, but there wasn't like a big, like you in League. Oh no, they took Baron. Suddenly the game swings. I don't know why the game swung the way it did any of the times that it did.
Yeah.
Like there was just suddenly we're losing or suddenly we're winning.
There's
Why?
bad feedback in terms of like what's going on in the overall state.
Very much so. I can't, and like I said, this is just a beta, so definitely not finished. There's a lot of I was asking you guys earlier what that game was we played earlier that's like the Fortnite from a top-down perspective, kind of, that everybody liked and then never played again.
Fuck, what?
You were the bubble robot
Supervive?
with the shield. Supervive.
Oh yeah.
You remember when we played the beta and like the characters' voices were literally like a dev sitting in the room yelling?
The janitor?
Yeah.
The janitor would come on. I don't even remember what they would say, but it was pretty funny. I wish they kept that. But it had a lot of the same, like, maybe too much color and splash and style to kind of hide like what doesn't seem like a ton of substance or a ton of mechanics that you can control yourself.
Yeah, I think one thing with that game was some of the mechanics felt extremely loose and fluid, not in a good way. It's more like I don't really understand what's happening or what some of these things mean. They just are kind of here. And in this game, like, I don't know, like you said, why the game is swinging or like what I'm supposed to be doing sometimes. Because the last game we had like all of them pushed up against their final turret, like we were dominating. And then they just summoned 3 of the most powerful monster in the game. And we almost lost off of it, even though I was literally twice the level of my opponent.
Not only that, but they were able to kill us like we could not fight them. We couldn't summoner to summoner in the air at all. Like we would just get destroyed every time, even though they were, like you said, a level under and pushed all the way back. Let's be real and honest. None of us played a tutorial or watched the how to play.
I did.
We kind of just went in. Did you?
You yelled at me for it, remember?
Yeah, that's right. I did. Even so, that first game, none of us knew how to do anything. The whole time you thought you were able to do more than you could with your character. You're like, am I just putting out minions? Is that all this is? Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have, you basically get to pick like a card deck to go in with. And your deck can be full of certain levels of minions. You want to have lower level minions to start with, and then you can have higher ones for the end of game, or you can put spells in there or buildings. A problem that I'm seeing, or we all kind of saw, is that as you can't, if your loadout is completely countered by somebody else's, that's it. Like there's nothing you can't swap decks, you can't swap minions, there's nothing you can really do about it except eat the loss.
Yeah, you can definitely just have like a terrible time based off of the build the other person's doing and not know it. Because that's why I felt like it's kind of weird that there's no way to change what your loadout is. Like you can make your spells stronger depending on if they're summons or if they're, whatever. But if I was running against like some people that are just sniping me like across the entire lane, I can't play the game. Like there's just nothing I can do except hide and cross my fingers. Because as soon as I like go out, I'm just half healthed immediately. And
we felt that in that last game where they took all level 1 bomb minions that just ran at our things and destroyed them while they sat in the back as the same of two of the same character and just sniped us out of the sky constantly.
Yeah.
And somehow we still won. That was the game where we were ahead the whole time and then lost and then won. I don't know why.
That was me.
I don't know what we did.
I was gaming, dude.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You don't even know. You don't even know.
I don't know. It is, I do, as you said, I do think there is a lot of potential here. Like, I do kind of want to keep playing, although it's pretty bare bones right now.
Yeah.
There's some about, I just like the idea of just like building an army and just sending them out, which I like the RTS style of I don't know. I like that in RTS games, but often it's not optimal to play that way. So I kind of fall behind and don't enjoy my time. And this is kind of like, we'll just do that. And it works. Build your tower defense and run around and get items and send more little guys to die.
It's nice to have a strategy game, it's like / MOBA that hasn't been figured out yet, where people are just trying random stuff because no one knows what works yet. Like we saw so many different builds in the few matches we played of like people just sniping or running suicide minions or just like trying summoner stacks where there's summoning as many things as possible or just spamming, tier 4 units over and over and over again. Like it's a fun time. The problems I have with the game right now is, one, the performance is abysmal. Oh my gosh. Like,
yeah,
my computer is not that bad, and I couldn't get above 60 FPS on this game. I could barely hit 60, and that's what the game ran at the lowest quality I could run it at. Besides the actual resolution being less than what my monitor is.
I didn't have a lot of those problems, but even so, there were still parts of the game where suddenly like everybody would rewind a second or two, or the game, it would be like, are we going to crash? I got you. Nah, keep going. I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing that kind of stuff. So even if it doesn't affect your PC, it affects everybody during the game. It needs a little work on the net code, maybe. I don't know. Needs something going on.
Fighting other summoners, I find like not enjoyable. Like,
same.
It just feels janky. It's really difficult to actually like physically hit them with like your auto attack things or whatever, especially because like it's very hard to gauge like the range that you can hit at too. And like the one that I had for my character is like purely these horizontal swings, and it's 3D movement, so they could just like move up or down, and because there's like a lag or delay, you can't drag your attacks over. It just is super frustrating, and there's no movement abilities or anything, so it just feels really, really poor.
I don't think any of the characters we had movement abilities. I definitely saw other people with movement abilities. And I don't know which character you were, but I was melee, so half the time I just gave up on the fights.
Oh, were you a melee character?
I mean, it's ranged to some degree. It's like Titanic Hydra is melee. Like, yeah, you're still melee, but you're doing like these big arc cleaves, and they do have a little bit of range, but like they can shoot me way before I get in range to hit them. It's not even close.
Okay.
So I think that character is more made for taking out minions and groups of minions rather than actually dueling. Definitely, but who knows? If you build it right, it could be one of those like broken melee classes that just gets on somebody and ends the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to play more and find out though.
I do. I was having fun with it. Like, despite the problems, it's enjoyable. It's like it feels like I'm enduring the problems to enjoy what the game actually is, which kind of sucks because it's not a great sign for like the beta to have like a bunch of like performance issues or just
no. Well, that's where you got to work them out.
Yeah, it feels really rough. So hopefully they can patch those out. And then for the balance of the game itself, it feels like they got to work on some stuff because some of it does not seem right. The Titans are like, they feel way too strong in some regards, and I don't really understand how you gain more charge to summon them. Because that last game we had, Like the enemy team, even though they were losing severely, was able to summon them way before we were even close. I think I was at like 70 some percent and they summoned 3 of them. And I know you guys weren't even close to yours either.
No. I mean, if I was to look at this game, it is a MOBA like League, right?
Yeah.
And to think like if I was new and got into League and nobody told me anything about it, could you learn? How long do you think it would take you to learn how to play League if you didn't Google anything and you didn't have anybody telling you, like, to learn how everything in game works?
I don't think you would.
Oh god, I still have.
I think. Yeah.
I don't think you would. I think
like,
it'd be some mechanic that slips your understanding.
There's always going to be something. Yeah.
But just, that's what I'm saying. Like with MOBAs, especially. Remember when we all tried playing Dota?
Oh god.
The general consensus was, I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Although, Jacob, you
quick.
played with us. You were pretty good at it. You were that guy who kept killing everybody.
Fucking lich, like very low level. The lich bouncer, I've just killed everyone because you have to.
I don't need to know how to play. I'm gonna press this button and win the game.
It's like as soon as you get any experience, it's just that ability goes way down in usefulness. But fucking in first game matchmaking, we just got to fucking it was free. I just pressed a button and got multi kills.
Still fun though. It also makes me think of how we felt when we played. Do you remember that game made by Hi-Rez that was like
Knockout Rumble or whatever?
Divine Knockout?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What do you mean? Oh no, that was actually, we had fun with that for a little bit, but like I never thought it would go anywhere, and it didn't.
No, it died so fast. And I don't think it actually even got off the ground, to be honest. Like, it came out,
so either.
I heard nothing about it. And I hope that doesn't happen to this game, because like there's some good stuff here. Like it can be a lot of fun. What was interesting too is just having people, like, immediately as soon as we started playing, people were like lane swapping, like pushing, having 2 people push one lane, having one person defend the other 2. And like there was a lot of things that can be done here, especially because there's still so much, with this being the first closed beta, that is not in the game. Like, you just watch the trailers, there's so many different like spells that they've made that we just don't have access to yet. So there's just more to see.
Y'all have to let me know. Do you plan on playing it all, Strider?
If it comes to GeForce Now, because I think my computer would have an aneurysm.
Oh. It might be on, because it does take controller input. It might be on console
In the future. Well, if that is multi-platform, it's always
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I would like to try more. I think the playtest, you don't have to do much to get into it. I think you just got to click on the site on Steam, maybe. I don't even remember signing up for it. We must have done it while we were talking about you. I remember you were talking about it, and we were all like, let's press the button.
Yep.
Good call.
Yep,
I enjoyed it. I'll play more later.
It's still so weird to me that this is from the developers of Heavy Rain. It's kind of wild.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah, this is from the devs that made Heavy Rain.
Oh, I'm curious.
And
what
Detroit
else they
Become
made.
Human.
Oh, it's Quantic Dream.
Yep.
Oh. Well, this is it the traditional Quantic Dream, or is this some offshoot?
No,
this is Quantic Dream SAS.
It's Quantic Dream. I know it might be a different like branch, because they were bought by NetEase, which is why you have to make a NetEase account in order to play. But yeah, as far as I know, it's just under the Quantum Dream like subsidiary.
Oh, why is the only other game popping up for these people Dustborn? Oh, what an interesting. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. What else did we play this week? Well, I guess not. Kyler.
What?
You've played NightReign with us, haven't you?
I have.
But not the DLC.
I'm
Not
bad
the
at it.
DLC. I think I'm bad at it too. I
I'm
always feel bad
rusty.
because I play with Strider and his buddy, and they're like, "Yeah, let's go do this and we'll go do it." And I'm just kind of quiet, trying my very best not to fall behind.
Dude,
Still.
when me and Electro were talking, is I would have my fit map open. I'd just be watching what you were doing, just trying to like guide you while doing this.
I'm pretty okay at just keeping up. It's like when you guys take a jump and I don't know where you're jumping to. And also sometimes there's one thing I don't like about this map is there's a lot of holes that go to your death, and I got to be careful with that. Anyway, what we're talking about is the DLC for the first DLC for NightReign came out. And it's funny that just came out because what did I find out that came out and then I started talking about it, or were we talking about roguelikes before that and then you told me the DLC was coming out? Because
I mean, when the trailer was released, I sent it to you directly, but I don't actually know if you ever watched it. But
I know
at the end of last month, you were talking about you wish you could play more NightReign, but you've done everything. And I was like, have you played Depth of Night? And because it was the new like ranked mode where it gets progressively harder more you go in. And I'm like, there's also the DLC coming in like less than a week.
Okay, because I was really on this kick. Like I guess based on empirical evidence, I actually love roguelikes. But there aren't any that play like NightReign. There's no PvE melee. Like they're all shooters, and I don't like the shooters. I wish there was more. So I was really happy to hear that this was coming out, and we get a new chance to play some more NightReign. First thoughts right after right off the bat, it's a lot harder. Like the boss fights are different.
The two new Night Lords are very difficult, but also just learning the new map, it's already much easier on like try 5 than it was in try 1. But try 1, it's just such a pain to navigate.
I wouldn't do it myself. I'm like, do I even want to try to play this on my own, or do I just got to hit like 20 more runs with Strider and his boy before I even feel comfortable letting some other randoms down? You know?
My impression is that people are very upset with the average community right now playing the DLC.
Or is everybody bad?
Everybody's terrible. People are dying like immediately and then quitting. People are very frustrated.
I feel immediately weaker. Like my weapon feels like it does nothing, and I take way more damage. Like the stats just feel like it definitely feels more difficult generally. Plus I'm used to the other map and how everything worked there. So this is all new. And
it's definitely a map thing because we were starting to understand it more and more. Like that last run that we did where we got to the second boss, actually through to the Night Lord, was pretty good. And our previous one was going really well up until you had to leave, like right before the Night 2 boss. Like
that sucked.
Like we did, like my friend, we were able to basically get the boss down to like 40 to 50% health. Just the two of us. Well, it was triple scaled to 3 people, and then died, unfortunately. So I think we
lived the longest. That's what you told me.
you just got put on the edge of the arena, I think, after dying to the rain. And then it just kept you there, and nothing targeted you until you eventually got disconnected for being AFK. Like you never even.
I'm sorry.
You never even died, technically. I guess you just got booted for being AFK too long. I don't think you took a single hit.
I am just that good, but also I'm just that sorry because I had like a really good bow and I was doing I felt the most comfortable during that run, and then my wife ganked me because I got there's people knocking on my door, and it's the second time they've done it, and then I spent an hour driving around looking for the truck to find who it was and go give them some business, and then I came back and I felt bad.
This is really funny because the night before you said you'd be back, and it just never came back that night.
I am sorry. I have a very full life, be for better or worse. I gotta get up from the PC every time we're playing, like every 15-20 minutes, or else something bad has happened.
You turn around, why is there a fog wall?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, my wife walks out with a sword in her mouth.
What did you compare to Sif a meteor?
I don't know. When I think of Dark Souls, that's the first thing I think of is the dog with the sword.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's the most iconic thing to me. Because, you know, any boss from Dark Souls can be in any game, but the dog with the sword in its mouth, that's Dark Souls.
That's Dark Souls.
Wait.
That's John Dark Souls.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I know what you were going to say, and I did not think of it that way. I was just thinking of boss. I'm editing all this out.
No.
This is
to
evidence.
be fair, dogs are one of the first things you think of when you think of Dark Souls. They're a nightmare in every Souls game.
Yeah. This is another thing I want to keep playing. I mean, I'm not going to. For $15, it seems well worth it. I know the reviews are kind of...
I'm not going to.
What?
You said I want to keep playing it. I'm not going to.
Oh, I don't know. I might have to cut a chunk of this on accident.
On accident. No, I know part of the problem with the reviews people are very upset about the new map that they have to learn it was one thing I saw complain about. But the other thing was literally people were because if you check the release date for the DLC, you'll see that it's actually like released May, right? Because what they did is they basically just updated the deluxe edition store page, and like one day before the DLC's release date and trailer got announced, they were review bombing it because they said that because there was a article by IGN that said the game was coming out in the fourth quarter of the Japanese fiscal year.
Fiscal.
Yeah, if that ends in March, so people were like saying, because the page said that it'd be out in 2025, right? And people were saying that like review bombing it because it was like it's not going to be out till March, like you're lying. And literally like the next day they announced it was coming in like a month because this was like beginning of November.
Gamers are so weird, dude. They just are. There's always these things like you see on Twitter, and I'm like, why are we up in arms about this? Like, let's start worrying about paying $80 for games that have a bunch of in-game DLC to buy, not review bombing an already good game because of something you heard online. Like, I don't know. I just can't put my mind in place of somebody who's like, oh, they said this, I better go leave a shitty review. Ugh. Like, that's weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a true gamer.
Fake gamer. Take away his
fake
gamer
gamer.
The
license.
other big thing that
shit.
the people are upset about is that they didn't add any of the Shadow of the Erdtree weapons. Like,
I mean, there should be more weapons.
Like, I expect that might come in an update because they still need to update and add everything to Depth of Night. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get some more DLC weapons.
As somebody who wasn't even expecting a DLC this soon, like, I'm fine with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't follow these things religiously and you're like, ooh, new DLC. Oh, there's a new map. There's 2 new characters. There's a couple new weapons. There's new bosses. Like, that's fine by me, the average Joe gamer. So maybe that's why I don't understand.
Because it's also
the
holding a
outrage.
$15 DLC. Which was, I think, even cheaper because I bought the fucking deluxe edition at the time.
Which, you know, I'm definitely at a point where spending under $30 is A-okay by me because everything else is just outrageous.
Because another thing was like they were saying that it's only a Shifting Earth event and not a new map, and they just flat out lied.
No. Well, isn't a new map better?
Yeah.
Or would you rather have
That's
the
no,
same
that's what I
map?
say is like people were downvoting it like ahead of time because that's the thing with that, because that page already released, people were downvoting it before the DLC even came out.
Stupid.
Like,
I mean, honestly, I do prefer the other map, but that's not
I like the
that's
variety
not what
that's
the
added
DLC
because
is.
of it. But routing in is already becoming a pain. It's just like once it's figuring out the crystals are the very important thing for day one. Like once you can like break it and gather the power each day one is pretty good. The other thing that I hate about day two is because I think it's always close in the same location, but that location can only be gotten to from one side. And so if the ring starts already closed there, like you have very little time before you're going to start burning.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. There's less like freedom to get to one place how you want to. It's kind of frustrating because you have to find like, oh, this specific crystal will let you cross that gap, but it's all the way over here and you got to trek all the way south to get to it. Otherwise, you're just going to fall in the chasm when you try to make that jump. I'm not a big fan of that kind of design.
Because I feel like with the Spirit Springs, there's a lot of like cutting corners you can do once you know they're there. Mm-hmm. But it's like just figuring that out. Until you figure that out, the map is very restrictive. But it's already started to open up after a few runs.
Yeah, I'll get better at it. I'll keep playing. I 100%ed the first part, so I really like this game. Sorry, you were gonna say something. Yeah. I totally just chat all over it.
I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to beat the Everdarks that we never beat. I'm excited to start Depth of Night. Like trying to get further into Depth of Night, to like Depth 3 or 4, because about Depth 3 is where it takes a massive step up in difficulty.
I'm excited to remember how to play properly.
That's the other thing, is I'm also rusty.
Also, the new character that I've been trying, Scholar, just like there's 70 things I have to keep track of and learn.
So what are the new characters do exactly?
So what I understand, I'll start with Undertaker. The character I wasn't playing that my friend was. Undertaker has a passive. I'm not even sure exactly what it does, but I know it fully regenerates her stamina when she uses it. And I think it's like a dodge at the same time.
Yeah, she got some sort of evade mechanic.
Yeah, I'm not sure what her passive is off the top of my head, because I haven't played her yet. But her alt, she has two different versions of her alt. She has one where she does that like spot. Oh no, her passive is that her alt refills when someone else ults. That's what it is. And they have that second. That's what her actual passive is. And then she has two ults. She has that one where she like launches at somebody. And she can either launch to one of your teammates, like if they're down, or the boss, doing stagger. The other thing is that she can basically put on the temporal mantle from Monster Hunter for a short amount of time with the other trigger. So she just like auto dodges attacks for like 10 or so seconds.
Okay.
Scholar's whole thing is that his passive is all consumables are buffed and they get stronger by being used, like each category. So throwing weapons, like buffs and so forth, get stronger until they go through 3 levels. They start at level 1 and then level 2 and level 3. They either get stronger, the effect gets stronger, or they get new things. Like one thing I figured out, like I think of the last run, was that warming stones at level 3 for him like will res.
Oh really?
They'll start doing res, so they'll keep someone's res bar going up.
Okay, that's cool. So he's kind of like support.
Yeah, he is the strongest support character in the game, is the general consensus right now. Because what he can do is, in addition to like all the passives, is if he has the number one effect he wants on his relic loadout is item effects go to other players. Because like what I was doing in the last fight is I was giving everyone like 35% damage negation and an extra 30% max health from the crab just by me using the item. Here you guys.
Oh.
And then look
at that, Lionel. You love support. You love this guy.
He's
got a reason to play.
Because the actual skill he has is Analyze, where it's he basically pulls up like a targeting reticle, like it's basically the entire screen, and bars start filling on each enemy. And there's certain things that cause it to fill faster or slower. It's like distance, whether or not you're behind them, and whether or not someone else is attacking them. But when they're full, there's 3 levels of buffs he can do. He can either buff himself or debuff the enemy.
level 1 debuffs for enemies is damage down. They do less damage. Level 2 for it is a further damage reduction. Level 3 is the next hit does like 60% more damage. And the stronger one, or the other one that he can buff himself with, is stamina regen buff, a stronger stamina regen buff for level 2, and then level 3 is basically a pseudo parry, where he puts a bubble around himself, and if he gets hit in the next like second and a half, it staggers them. Like if you've seen the enemies either get launched off their feet or like flinch, it's a parry basically. And then his ult is he threads all enemies in the area together and all teammates together. So what that means is that
human centipede
is like when you hit something that's threaded, thank you. When you hit something that's threaded, you get a little bit of health back, and everything else that's threaded together takes a percentage of that damage.
Okay, so
and then for teammates is any healing is shared across everyone who's threaded. So he can basically, like, one person Estusing like heals everyone for that Estus. Or because of the little damage or little healing that everyone gets from hitting, it's like 3 people wailing on a boss will give almost everyone their health back, like real quickly. And then
does that stack? Like if you have 3 scholars?
I'm not sure if it would just replace. Like one's already basically, because the way Scholar works is he doesn't want multiple of them on the same team, because you're competing for upgrading the items, and also he basically makes damage dealers do more damage type of situation. Yeah. He's a force multiplier, so you want heavy hitters like an Iron Eye or for marking, or someone doing like status damage. And then he's also like the best status character in the game, because he has very middling attack stats, but all of his damage comes from like bleeding, frosting, and so forth. He has like doubled the next best character now.
Oh wow! All right. Did you ever get a chance to beat the one boss? Yep. And then I don't know. We went after the second one and lost. We almost had it.
Yeah, we got it halfway through the second health bar.
Ooh.
But I'm
ready to keep playing.
I am as well. I really like both bosses. I think they're some of the best bosses. The only thing is, I think the duo for the first boss is a little scuffed, because it was basically.
How so?
You didn't see the run where he died, but we hit the phase 2 of that boss and they died in 3 seconds because we got jumped. Because it's like right when that.
I mean,
It's right when that second phase starts. Like literally all 7 of them attack at once, and it's just we both got smacked down. Because I think
I mean, that's just the Dark Souls experience, though. Phase 2, we got to try again.
Yeah, no, because the other thing about the balancers, I think that's what they're called, the boss, is that they like to grab from off screen. They have a grab attack that you have to roll through. But like when that starts, you'll hear like 2 of them do it, but they're both behind you.
Oh, okay.
That was my problem. Is I got grabbed like twice in a row and died.
Yeah, I heard you raging. Why didn't fucking grab me from off screen? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, because you can hear the grab start, and it's like a 4-second delay before they actually come for you.
All right. We'll get that. We'll beat it. Maybe I'll. No, I already got gameplay of Spellcasters.
Yeah, no. The Undertaker's other pass thing I just remembered is that if she rolls through a grab, she gets her ult back as well.
Oh. Through specifically a grab.
It's the like blue energy attacks.
Yeah.
It's rolling through one of those. Instead of just giving part of her ult back, she gets the entire thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was really struggling playing the Iron Eye because, like,
you're very squishy.
Well, I kept conflating it with playing the bow on Monster Hunter, and so I was like, man, I want to dodge this way and do like a leaping shot, but this I would forget that in the middle of fights that it's not that game. And I just roll around the ground or eat shit.
The one that really got me was when we were fighting. I forget, like, partway through it, you just start swinging with a katana. I'm like, oh no, it's going terribly. He has gone melee.
No, I literally did not have a weapon better than my starting bow. Except like these legendary katana. Like I keep not getting any weapons during our runs. And I'm like, I guess that's it. All I got were these rock katanas. Hey guys, is rock good for this boss? Rod is the one thing you don't want to use. Well, good luck, everybody else.
Turns out I'm even wrong about that. Is the boss isn't?
Oh really?
The boss is just generally like resistant to all ailments, but he's not immune to anything.
Oh okay.
Just rotten poison are harder.
Gotcha. You got any final words on that, or?
I'm very excited to probably get stomped in the dirt by the Dreglord again.
Yeah, let's get dragged by the Dreglord. I like that. I went to when you first get the DLC, you go into a room and you're like, ooh, a boss fight. It doesn't really explain anything. Surprise, surprise. And then he just kills you. I'm like, I can probably take one hit. Nah, he smacks you down. And you go fight him again later. But did y'all have any quick news you wanted to drop before we end this, or because we're already at time?
I'm good.
We were, you know what? Give me horses. What's the deal with this horses thing? You keep mentioning it to me. I don't know what it's about. I just know horses.
Okay. So I haven't played it, and I was looking information like the bets, and consensus is, so the general idea behind the game is it's it's a horror game where I think it's the player character and their daughter visit a farm, quote unquote, and like the main character is supposed to help out for like 2 weeks and do stuff around the farm. But the thing is, they're not actually horses. They're basically like slaves that are collared, and they have horse masks and other animal masks, right? And they're all like naked basically, and everything is just like it's just normal. Like
well, is it just normal?
Like in that world is what I'm saying. Like
oh, okay.
Cool. It's never like it's supposed to be unnerving, and like throughout the 2 weeks, the things you do get progressively more disturbing. Other thing is it's an FMV game. So full motion video, right? I think that's what FMV stands for.
Yeah. So are these actors, or is this like CG?
I'm not exactly sure. It's like because it's supposed to be like a surrealist horror game. Not my kind of thing. And the other thing is like when I was reading people talk about it, because there's so much misinformation going on that I'm getting things mixed up. I'm trying to remember this. Is what people said the game is actually about. It just varies wildly. I've seen everything from capitalism to fascism to animal cruelty. Like it's just everyone's saying it's about something different. And so back in 2023, they submitted a version of the game to Steam, this is what kicks off the whole controversy in the game. So from what I understand, assuming there's no misinformation here, the scene in question originally was a player character and their 16-year-old daughter were visiting the farm, right? It's in one scene, it's the player character is talking to his daughter who is riding on one of the horses. The kid is fully clothed, and it's just the conversation is like about the world. Like there's like they basically treat there's nothing weird about this. And then Steam bans the game, and when they give them the reason why, from what I understand, it's Steam has a no like when you submit something to reapply to get it uploaded, there's a clause that they use basically where if anything was banned for like sexual content involving a minor, which is what they said originally, you can't resubmit for an appeal, basically.
Okay.
So in 2023, when they got this back, after receiving feedback, they went back and changed it so that the character's daughter is now an adult woman in her 20s. So it's the same scene. They've aged up the character. And so now the scene is just
Okay.
a clothed adult woman riding the back and shoulders of a naked adult woman wearing a horse mask while a quote-unquote a philosophical conversation happens. And this was back in 2023. And so the like shortly before it's supposed to come out, they basically say the game's not being released on Steam. And then over time, it eventually got removed. It got pre-approved on Epic for a few weeks beforehand, and then they said it's not coming out. And then Humble delisted it, and upon reviewing it in the same day, re-enlisted the game. So there was a whole controversy about censorship and exactly what actually it was and what people said. Like, there's so much misinformation that I saw. Like, people were saying like it was
there's a lot. It's not FMV.
It's not FMV.
I'm kind of looking at it. It is just like it's poorly made, like 3D graphics, right? This is weird.
It's very weird.
There's a lot of nudity. There's a lot of sexual stuff happening. There's a lot of horse masks.
Yeah, because I'm very specifically talking about that scene, which is the supposed reason why it got banned, at least from what the dev was saying. Because Steam doesn't publicly disclose like why a game is banned. They just they got the little blurb that like sexual content involving a minor. Like, it's not means that your game can't be go for an appeal. Right. Okay.
Oh, there is FMV.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
Because I was going to say, because the FMV thing is off of the Wikipedia page for the game. Like, if you go to the Wikipedia game, there's like a 1 paragraph thing for the gameplay, like 2 or 3 for the plot, and then just massive Steam distribution ban down below.
Yeah, this is one of those games I would consider more an art piece than a game.
Which is
obviously.
what a lot like people, because people are like saying that like it's with sexual content involving a minor, even though the scene, from what I understand, isn't sexual in any way. It's also supposed to unnerve you. And
the whole thing is unnerving.
Like, yeah, it's a horror game. But the people are like you can't. It's basically another conversation about censorship is why there's so much controversy around it. Because from what I understand, the game was okay for people who actually played it. Like,
it's like, I'm looking at it. It's 2 hours of horse dicks.
What a piece.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've played some kind, maybe not similar, not with the sexual nature, but games that are like obviously art pieces more than they are games. Like, what was that, Sewer Rats or whatever that was? Like, I see the appeal. I don't know what the purpose of this game is. I couldn't tell you off of what I'm seeing.
Because I feel like this game would not have been picked up in any way if it wasn't for the Steam ban.
Maybe? I don't know, because it is weird. It's very like surrealist. Because when you first said the horse game, I thought you were talking about the horse girls. Whatever that shit is. I was not talking about Uma. And then whoever I was talking to was like horse guys too. I was like, what are we doing? And then there's actually horse guys in this game and dog guys and a lot of whips and chains. I don't think I need to play this. I'm good.
Well, by the sounds of it, you're not going to. With how many stores it's getting banned off of.
I'll watch a YouTube playthrough. Okay, guys, I'm gonna whip the horseman. Watch. 1 whip, 2 whips. It's my YouTuber impression. You like it?
It's certainly something.
It's certainly something. All right. Well, y'all got anything else, or are we good? I got nothing to say about it. Like, it's just weird shit.
It's very strange controversy.
Just want to play Dino Crisis.
I think you.
There's no horses in Dino Crisis.
But you go on and on about the horses, Liz. But I don't think these are the horses you were talking about.
No, these are not the horses I was talking about. All right, I'm good. Y'all good?
Yep.
I'm good.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. What like a weird note to end it on.
That's
I don't even have anything to like.
Just cut that. Just cut that.
Just cut the last 15 minutes. Like, what are we even doing?
Like, just cut after the thing. Like, we'll just pretend it never happened starting from now.
Thank you all so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Tell us about your horse experiences in the comments. Or leave a 5-star rating or whatever. Or hit us up at giantenemycrabpod@gmail.com and you can tell us about horses there. Hopefully soon we'll come back with a whole big ass worm review, and maybe we'll have a Christmas episode.
I mean,
Probably
our
not.
next episode's gonna be something special, I guess, to a certain degree.
Is it?
The Game Awards.
That's the Game Awards, yeah.
Oh,
the Game Awards is next Thursday.
Come back for that.
It's next Thursday.
We're gonna give you our less than reputable opinions on why Claire Obscure shouldn't have won. It's just gonna win the Claire Obscure Awards.
The NightReign DLC should be winning it. Honestly,
horses should really be at the top of best audio direction, best mocap.
There's no mocap feature. That's actually something that
There's FMV. I know. Yeah.
Like,
I read the content. Because isn't it the Claire Obscure people who were like,
Yeah.
we need a mocap category?
yeah, they call being the Game Awards to add a motion category.
There should be, because like one of the ones that every time I catch him, I never go looking for him, but sometimes I get like the League of Legends dances and emotes and stuff, and it'll be like some lady all dressed up in mocap doing like and they always look like so cool. I'm like, oh, that's that character doing that thing. Like I get like it's cool looking. It's like definitely a motion nobody would ever do, like a JoJo pose, but people still do it so well. It's impressive. I would like to see mocap awards. I'm down. Anyway, we'll talk about that next week. Goodbye.
goodbye.
Bye.